Welcome to Last Man In Podcast, episode number 54. Taking place, I don't need to say what day it is. You'll see it on the big picture of our totally not illegally copyrighted picture on YouTube. I don't know who took that picture. I hope they never find out. We have to stay below 100 listeners an episode. Else it's over. We're going to jail. Yes.
Doing a good job.
Guys, we have Jets news. Let's lead off with some big, heavy-hitting news.
Do it, because I don't even know what you're talking about.
Brian Engblom has joined Fox Sun Sports broadcast crew as a color analyst for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Ooh. Really?
So long, Brian. I hope we get more Mike Johnson. He's my favorite color analyst. He's the best.
He got fired for a reason.
He didn't get fired.
He didn't work one Jets game last year.
He was on vacation the whole time.
He's
what are your thoughts on Mike Johnson?
Terrible.
I have no issues. Brian Engblom loves Pavlik too much. Oh, what a save, Pavlik. Every time. It's just like, Brian.
Mike Johnson's one of those guys. It's like, I played 30 games in the NHL, so I know what I'm talking about.
I think, did he play more than...
Probably, but he was not very good.
Now that
look how young he is, and look how many years he's been a broadcaster. Just do the math. He wasn't very good.
I guess we shouldn't diverge off the past, but could we check how many games Glenn Healy actually played in the NHL? Was he OG? Like, did he actually play games?
He played a while. He was a starting goalie. He was in Vancouver there for a while. He was a starting goalie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
We can look it up.
He's just senile old age. That's just what happened to him.
He's just played for quite a few years, from 88 to 2001.
What? How come I don't remember him at all then?
He was a backup towards the end. Like, he didn't play very...
When was he a starter?
At the beginning of his career, he was most likely a starter. He played from 88 to about 92. He was like a starter. I think he got hurt a bit there. But yeah, he was with the Kings there for a while. And then the Islanders, obviously. Surprised they didn't make him their GM while he was there as well.
Carson's crazy.
Yeah.
But Mike Milbury's crazier.
True.
Mike Milbury got rid of, like, who? Roberto Luongo?
Everybody.
Bertuzzi.
That was when that whole, thing was going on where that guy bought the team, but he didn't actually have any money.
That was insane. Have you seen that ESPN, E60?
Crazy. It is the nuttiest thing I've ever said. Like, he literally legally owned them, and he didn't pay a dime. Like, it was retarded. He's like, they were saying, he's like, oh yeah, he would send checks, but he'd actually put the comma in the wrong place, so instead of like $1 million, he would give 1,000 or something like that. And he's like, oops, my bad.
Oh, the classic mix-up. 1,000 to 10,000 to $1 million. You know me, guys.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. Or he'd write the wrong date, so it'd be post-dated. Yeah, I remember by a few people I know, older people, they were saying, yeah, to get away, say if you didn't have any money, but you knew your check was going to drop like a couple days later, you just post-date the receipt to Hydro, or you do the old classic, send your Hydro check to MTS and send your MTS to Hydro, buys you like 3 or 4 days. And I'm like, oh,
I take it back.
sneaky.
Apparently Mike Johnson played in the NHL for like 12 years.
Yeah, I know he played for a little while. He just got youth on his side.
He's 40 years old. I didn't think he was that old.
Well,
he
then
doesn't
you
look 40.
should take those
I should. Maybe
back.
I should. I don't know. He scored 23 goals and had 40 assists in 2002-03 with Phoenix. 63 points.
Back that ass up. How many points did he have in Phoenix?
63.
Does he have a statue there?
He
should.
Yeah.
63 and then 54.
Wow.
Yep.
He's a monster.
He had 47 points with the Leafs in 97-98.
Do you remember that?
Maybe I've seen pictures of him, but I don't remember much of him.
Maybe he's somewhat credible, I guess.
Maybe he doesn't know what he's talking about then.
Maybe.
He just used all his money, so he's like...
He doesn't look 40. He looks like 28.
He's got the child's face.
28, that's 5 years older than us.
Yeah, but, okay, look at Andrew Ladd. He's 28. Does he look 28?
No, he looks like he's 40.
Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, his face is kind of...
Yeah, he looks... Yeah.
Squishy.
Stefan made a very nice face.
Yeah.
Andrew Ladd.
He's got a squishy face.
Yeah, he's got very distinct scars, too. Like, where you could see, like, yeah, that's a nerve damage right there. That's a puck to the face. Right there, Andrew.
Remember he got the puck and he had to wear the face shield for like 3 months?
Yeah, because he had like super black eyes.
Yeah, that was nasty.
I wish he would have done it in one interview. He was like, I'm Batman. And just never leave character.
Staring
Wear
at
a
the
Batman
camera.
mask.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how'd you do that makeup so well on your eyes? It's real.
But he has to do the Andrew Ladd where when he's looking at the reporter when they ask the question, and then when he's answering, he goes,
He turns.
"Well,
he turns right and looks down the barrel of the camera.
he
and
does
his
it.
soul.
It's fucking creepy.
Yeah, we all know.
It's weird.
All right, there's no moose droppings this week. There's no among the herd moose dropping news that I know of. But
Shouldn't they probably announce a schedule pretty soon?
Yeah, they should, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
I think so. They've done a lot of hirings with the Moose, actually. I've seen.
Oh, really?
Well, I've just seen, like, through Twitter, they're like, oh, we're hiring with this with the Moose, or this with the Moose.
Oh, like they're hiring people
like,
to
people
work.
to actually physically work there, not players, but...
So are you saying this is our official application to work for the
Yes,
Manitoba
yes.
Moose?
If they don't hear...
Okay, we get to pick our position. Go. What do you want to be?
Oh, equipment manager, for sure.
Oh, damn it.
That's
That's
the
one
best
of my
That's
guys.
the best
Goal
one.
horn guy.
Goal horn guy? I'm social media guy. I'm going after people. I'm taking them down. I'm taking those trolls
I'm
out.
gonna be like that guy in Atlanta that just pushed it however many times he feels like it.
Dan and I had a theory that, like every time, for every goal they scored, say if it was a fourth goal, it'd be like, and Atlanta's fourth goal.
It's like an alarm clock.
Yeah.
Whoever did the goal horn there was they went a little over the top.
Yeah, like I remember one time they had like in between intermissions because he's an OG Thrash fan. He had NHL Game Center forever. I remember when I first met Dan, we'd watch Thrasher games like Flames versus Flashers, Flyers versus Thrashers, whatever. And we had the Jumbotron feed. And so during the intermission, we legit watched the Jumbotron feed. It was like, oh, tweet this number and get your message, or private message this number, and you'll get your message on the screen. And so I tried texting it like, all the way from Winnipeg, hey me and Dan, to see if we pop up on the screen. Not once did we do it.
No.
I was so disappointed, but it was awesome. We got to see a couple like the buy nachos at section 217. Just as instead of commercials, we get the Jumbotron.
That's awesome.
It was great.
Did that, I don't remember if they had an in-game host that they ever showed on TV.
Yeah,
they always show Zaxby's and Carl's Jr. and Checkers.
Yep.
Oh, Checkers
Those
are
are
so
the big
good.
ones.
Have you ever had Checkers?
Oh, it's the good.
Where?
I
Where?
went to Minneapolis. They have one in Minneapolis.
What?
Really?
Where in
Is
Minneapolis?
it a very...
Questionable area?
No, it looked like, oh, wow, Jefferson High. This is a nice area. And then we went into Checkers, and it was darker than anticipated. Like, me and my friend
What way?
Alex went in there, and it was just like, whoa, we are in the wrong...
Whoa, hey.
Jefferson. And not Jefferson. It was Jefferson. Jefferson High was... And there's some kid in there, he's like, I don't want none of this Checkers bullshit. I want me some Church's chicken. I was like, oh, you are the epitome of what I think people with Church's chicken. But yeah,
It's the greatest
yeah,
day of my life.
it was so good. I went like 3 times in a weekend. It was
Because you were in Minneapolis. Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, next time I go to Minneapolis.
Yep. Oh,
have to.
That's a mission now.
so
have
good.
to.
I went
Yeah.
there specifically. Like, we went there.
Cheddar, double cheddar.
I went
Did you
for
get the cheddar double cheddar?
Triple Buford.
Triple Buford?
Yes.
What's that?
I don't know. It was a 3 burgers.
You put it in your mouth and you
It was
enjoy
good.
it.
It was good. Yeah, the potato.
Waffle fries.
Yeah, it was great. The best.
Oh
the whole
my
thing
God.
was fantastic. It was a great experience.
Great experience.
Yeah, I went there specifically for Checkers. My buddy went there for Warped Tour, so we intermingled.
615 66th Avenue North.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen
They're
of
open till 3 a.m.
Minneapolis.
If we leave now, we can
If
probably
you
make
private message me, I will give you my mailing address, and you can totally mail me Checkers. I'll eat it on the net podcast next week.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, nice. Oh, I gotta go there one day. All right, yeah, back to NHL news. The NHL huge news. Adidas will be the new jersey supplier as of 2017-2018, usurping their cousin company because they actually own Reebok. I did not know that.
I know.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of Reebok, right?
Yep.
Reebok's just like
They're
almost
trying to
done.
get out of Reebok at the
Yeah.
moment, and apparently, like Connor McDavid even shot like a couple Adidas like commercials already, like this or a commercial this past summer that they're releasing like sometime this upcoming season. They beat out Under Armour and Bauer for the jersey rights. Bauer probably would have roughly stayed the same, I'm assuming, but Under Armour jerseys are like Boston University, like they do a couple college teams. There's going to be some change, obviously,
Yeah.
a little bit. Like, some people on the internet are going overboard with the Adidas 3 stripes. Keep in mind, Adidas did take over NBA these 2 years ago. The only thing that really changed is the warm-up gear is, like, evident that it's Adidas. It's
Yeah.
big 3 stripe, but other than that, nothing crazy. So,
Maybe the socks will be like 3 stripes, but like in like the team colors. I don't know.
Are they gonna get into like other equipment as well? Do you know, or is it just gonna be strictly?
at the moment, it's that I know of, it's only the jerseys.
So Reebok will still make equipment.
No, they're
It's going to be.
Or are they done?
They're stopping. We talked about it a little bit, but they're done with equipment. Like producing it as of this year, I think is when sometime it'll end, and it's only going to be CCM now. Like even Crosby will be wearing CCM. Like they're trying to sign Crosby. Crosby's people are already talking to CCM about a sponsorship deal or an endorsement deal, because they already have like every kid growing up now, like in at least in WHL, OHL, KMJHL, like the CHL, they grow up wearing CCM because CCM has equipment rights to that. So it's like they're already so used to wearing it that all of them just sign with CCM anyways.
Well, Jack Eichel signed with Bauer recently.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's also because I guess he grew up wearing. Well, in NCAA he wore Warrior.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. I did not know about that.
he signed with him.
I love Bauer so much.
Bauer's the best. I only wear Bauer, except
Sticks. I go in and out of sticks. But other than that, everything I wear Bauer.
I have Graph pants, and they are very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Bauer pants, Bauer skates. The only I guess my under equipment's different. I have Reebok elbow pads, and then I have Reebok shins. But my shins are like a size too small, so I have to get new ones soon. So if anyone works for Bauer Warrior, I mean I'm size 15, and give me like tier 3, 2, or 1 level. I don't want like. I mean I'm terrible at hockey, but not that terrible. Yeah, Dan, what are your thoughts
You're
on
okay.
equipment? You're kind of all over the place with this
I have
stuff.
stuff that I had like 15 years ago when I played hockey though. Like I just have old run me down
But
stuff.
Bauer's been there forever.
Yeah.
Remember Jofa
I
stuff?
couldn't even. I
Oh,
couldn't.
Yeah,
The bowling
baby.
balls, helmets.
Yeah, those are great.
So,
Where like your ears literally had a pinhole to listen. Like,
Yeah.
Those
your ears
were-
are
oh,
fully
man.
covered.
Those were rough.
Coopers.
A guy could break a stick over your head and you would not know with a Jofa and or a Cooper.
Cooper.
Those Cooper
You wouldn't even
things.
know what happened.
Yeah.
You could
It'd be
like line a car as a bumper with Cooper helmets and you just obliterate other cars. There's a reason
If I'm
Mark
ever in-
Messier wore Cooper.
if
They
I'm
got
ever
big
in-
old noggin.
If I'm ever in death race, I'm just outfitting my car with Jofa helmets.
Jofa and
everywhere.
Coopers.
Everywhere.
Well, that's like there's that saying. It's not very nice. It's like, yeah, she's a Jofa. What does that mean? Because back in the day, Jofa used to make everything amazing except helmets. So it's like a butterface. It's like, she's amazing, but her face, I don't know. It's so mean. It's so mean.
It works
I
so
wonder
well.
what ladies say about
It's okay.
guys. Do you know? I don't talk to women, so I wouldn't know.
No.
Ask your girlfriends, guys. You guys have a girlfriend,
Yeah.
I think.
We do.
At least as of like 5 minutes ago.
We do.
Until now.
Fresh wound. That's a real fresh wound camp.
Yeah, you're so mean.
If they hear what you're saying, they might. You know, they might
Like,
change
you're gonna
their
want to
mind.
stop talking to a guy who's. I heard his internet search history is quite questionable, and it's only gotten worse. It gets worse. It's going. But anyways, apparently Reebok pays $35 million per season for the fee to like have their name on the jerseys and all that. Apparently, it's guaranteed going to double per season. Like
Oh, wow.
so, whoa. It's going to be 70 per season for Adidas to have it. And right now it's just a licensing fee, but they're wondering if once they're going to announce it once a season like rolls around, all the logistics of it, so we'll talk about it too. But I wonder what the cut, like if they get a cut, like do you think they get I don't think Reebok gets a cut, but do you think Adidas will get a cut of like jersey sales, or is it just, hey, you're paying this to have your name on it?
There's got to be something in it for them.
You think
There'd be. I'd imagine they
like
they,
you mean
they probably
I
get a
imagine
percent.
jerseys. They have to purchase them, right? Like it's not like they're just giving these jerseys away.
Yeah.
So like they're selling them to the obviously at like cheaper than most,
Mhm.
and then they make the profit off of that, right? That's where they really they pay all the money, so they wear
But
those
like off of
jerseys.
NHL customized ones is what we're talking. So like we got a Blake Wheeler customized jersey on the wall.
Yeah,
It sells for $200. Adidas gets $5 of that $200. Like,
I would say they probably get a lot more than that.
Yeah.
no, but yeah, I'm
They're probably
saying
getting
right now I don't
50
believe
bucks.
Reebok. I don't think Reebok has a deal like that. I think they just pay $35 million a year, and that's their. Hey, Reebok's on it, and that's enough for us. But maybe Adidas with this
I
monster.
imagine the
deal.
NHL would have to I'd imagine Reebok's like, okay, we'll produce 5 million jerseys, and the NHL pays for 5 million jerseys. Like they don't pay what they sell them for,
Oh,
but they probably
yeah.
pay them like $70 a jersey.
Mhm.
You know, so
True.
so Reebok's getting $70 times 5 million, whatever the math is.
Okay. And another thing with these jerseys coming out is that it's widely speculated that they're going to now in 2 years, 2017-18, since they're changing the jersey so drastically, allegedly, or like there's a big change in the NHL, is now the time to allow ads onto jerseys. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't like it.
Financially, it's
Oh,
awesome.
Financially, allegedly, ads it'll cost like $4 million to buy into one team. So it'll be $4 million per team. That'll give an ad revenue or an additional revenue of $120 million to the NHL.
So that means like the cap will go up maybe a bit, like just
Yeah,
like things
each
like
team
that.
will gain about $4 million in revenue from having a jersey.
I think it'll be bad, but I'm also like upset. Like like they took away style from players. Like just in general, like the Yager can't do the tuck. So like this is strictly, they're making this
you
so
can't do the jersey pull up
it's
past your
strictly,
elbows.
it's gonna happen now specifically for advertisement, right? Like we don't want you doing that because if you're hiding the ad or something, and there's no like with this, it guarantees you can't have style whatsoever when you play hockey.
I think it takes away from the jersey too. Because if you look at those like European League jerseys, like some of the jerseys they look really nice, but then you see
Some
all
of them you don't even know what team it is.
you see the advertising, you're like, what the heck? Like there's just so much
Are
on
you
it. You're
the,
like,
are you
you're
the
like,
Red Bull
what? Yeah, like,
Volkswagens? What are you?
I don't like
Skoda?
it. Like
Skoda, yeah, with the cars. I never got that.
like I get that like advertising drives everything. If there was no sponsors, the NHL wouldn't if there's no fans, there's no sponsors, they wouldn't have a league. But like I just it looks tacky to me. It makes it look unprofessional, like less professional. Like to me, like when the jersey's clean, it has the team logo, team colors, it looks sharp. Like if you start throwing a Winnipeg Jets jersey with the Tim Hortons big ass Tim Hortons logo on one side and like whatever on the other side, it just to me it's gonna look I don't know.
Right, they're gonna be the first major league sports league to do this, I guess. Right, baseball doesn't do it. NBA,
No,
no?
NBA. They're talking about it. In
Talking
NBA.
about
I'd be
it.
okay
It's
if they
speculated.
NFL,
in
like
NBA.
I know what you mean. It looks way cleaner. It looks
Yeah. I'd be okay
Classic.
if they put like
we're so used to.
I'd be
just
okay
seeing
if
the
they had
jersey.
stickers on the helmets.
But
Like
and then-
Tim Hortons stickers on the helmets, I don't care.
And that's another thing too,
Like,
is that
whatever.
because with this change, like in the past years, like jerseys are becoming more simpler. Like Carolina got rid of all that trim on the bottom.
yeah.
I'm trying to think. Montreal got a little cleaner. Their lines got smaller, and like a few subtle changes. And now, now that this jersey deal is coming through in the ads, they're talking about the ads. They're doing that to make ads fit and have ad space, which I'm not. I'll eventually get used to it, but basically, if you want an original like, jersey, like a Reebok or whatever, I would suggest buying it now, and just kind of getting used to it. Just because, I don't know, I'm not sold on buying a jersey with a big like Red Bull logo on the front of it.
My question is like, because advertising it just keeps growing. Like they never used to have ads on the boards. Now every 10 feet on the boards is a different ad. They never used they used to have a couple ads on the ice. Now there's ads all over the place. Like
Virtual ads.
So yeah, like some TV stations put virtual ads in the glass.
That
like,
was so weird. I remember like
So,
the
like-
first time I saw that, I'm like, man, that's garbage. How much those idiots pay for those seats?
So like, what's next? Like if you do jerseys in 5 years, 10 years, what's next? The coaches are gonna have to wear like Tim Hortons like collared shirts.
They're
Be
actually
like,
going to wear the
"Yeah."
cup. They will wear the. They will be Tim Hortons cups.
Like it's just I don't know. It's ridiculous.
What are they gonna like? Does that mean now the NHL jersey be like that? What happens if you just go buy a jersey itself? Is this gonna have the ad too, or is it just gonna be like a regular plain jersey?
I know when you buy, because I love Claude Giroux, so I looked into when he played for the Bern Bears, or when he was in Germany. And you go buy a jersey, it comes with ads on it. It's sublimated.
It'll be different here.
It's sublimated into the jersey.
It'll be different here.
I don't know. That's what Stefan's asking.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Cause you mean, like you're going out skating at the rink or at an outdoor rink, and you got like Timmy Hortons on the back, or like McDonald's logo. It's like I'm being healthy, but I'm also supporting McDonald's.
Yeah, like
So.
Yeah, I'm also telling kids, if you achieve your dreams, you can all do it by
you
eating
can afford a lot of
Yeah.
Big Macs.
Yeah.
Or,
That's all I'm saying.
hey, would you wear a jersey with checkers?
I would wear a jersey. With
Yeah?
checkers.
You would? I would wear a jersey with Culver's so bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jimmy John's done.
Jimmy J's, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Done
Hey,
in a
I would
heartbeat.
let Brock Lesnar spare tackle me and
I-
break all my
I was
ribs.
just
If I
gonna
could have
say-
Jimmy John's free for life, boom, I'll hold my hands up in the air clapping while he's
Actually,
doing it. And then I'd instantly regret it.
That's actually a good example though, because most wrestlers like their T-shirts they don't have ads, but Brock Lesnar because he has sponsors, he has a deal where his sponsors are on his shirts, and if you buy one of his T-shirts, it actually has his sponsors on it. So
And his
there's
shorts,
an
too.
example right there of someone of ads being implemented.
He's great at
into-
outsourcing himself.
But I'm just saying, so maybe that's just one more example of ads trickling into entertainment, sport, whatever you want to call it.
What would be the toughest jersey you get an ad on? Like in the NHL right now, that's like,
Well, just even like an original 6. Like
Oh,
any,
man.
any one of those jerseys itself is like those are like sacred. Like those are the jerseys they've had forever, right?
Yeah.
Like for the Canadian, like they've slightly changed. Don't get me wrong, but for the most part, like the Leafs, Canadians, Red Wings, Hawks, and Rangers, those jerseys are like fairly similar to what they originally were. To put a logo on that era,
Yeah,
Bruins logo is
it's-
going to be a donut, Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Bruins. Actually,
Great.
that's a good question. What's the big? I guess we'd have to do research for that one. But what are big companies associated in that area of those teams? Detroit would be automotive, obviously, But it's like, would they be
Or
region?
bankruptcy places.
Yeah,
Yeah.
would it be region specific?
That's true.
You only get they have half numbers.
Yeah.
The numbers are crumbling.
Yeah.
They're electronic numbers.
Yeah.
As the player gets shittier, the numbers are crumbling. That's terrible. All right, we only have a few more news, I guess. Speaking of, not really close, but in that area. I read on YouTube, Greg took a screenshot of it and sent it to us in the group. There's a fan saying that we're not, thanks for listening, by the way, as allegedly our only subscribers, so thanks. Mom, it's not nice to say that, but whatever. Apparently the
Truth
number says
comes out
my mom made
finally.
23 subscription accounts, and it's all my mom. But anyways, the person said we don't talk enough about the Devils, and then they crap talked the Flyers. I clicked on your
I'm okay
channel,
with that.
and I went to your videos. There's like 7 or 8 videos of cats, so I've already won that battle in life. But I digress. That's fine.
There goes our only phone.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. There
Just
goes
got
our
rid of it.
only
Way
subscriber
to go.
gone.
We had something in common. He crapped on the Flyers, and so do we.
Yeah. But anyways, they said we don't talk about the Devils enough, so I made it a point to talk
We
about
gave them. They're the only NHL team that has a nickname.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Because
They're
it's
so
terrible.
goddamn old.
Yeah. All right. And where things go to die.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Where dead things are brought
No,
back to
it's-
life,
yeah.
but not really. It doesn't work for.
J.K. Lowell.
Where dead things are brought back to life, and then everything goes horribly, horribly wrong, and people die.
They try and reinvent new things, and everything goes to shit again. Speaking of things going to shit, the Devils may play the season without a captain. Because their last captain, Bryce Salvador, is a UFA, still unsigned, and their assistants are Andy Green and Adam Henrique. Out of those two, I'd probably give it to Adam Henrique.
Green.
Probably.
He's a veteran.
Um,
I mean,
Zajak's there too still.
Yeah.
there's no
Oh.
shortage of veterans on that team. You can
Yeah.
find someone to wear it.
Yeah. Well, they,
Camilleri.
God, I can't stand Camilleri. Apparently he's switching his number to 13 because he couldn't do it the first time around. Probably because someone was wearing
I think
it. maybe.
Zubris was wearing it, wasn't he?
Daniel Zubris was wearing number 8, wasn't he?
I don't know. One of those older guys.
I
He had
don't
the, Zubris had the old visor, like the
The straight cut.
yeah.
Damn,
It was like a
baby.
piece of plastic he just bent
Does
over.
Patrick Elias still play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why is he captain?
how come he hasn't been captain?
I don't think he wants to be captain. He's like, I don't want any part of this.
I'm gonna retire in like 1 or 2
I'll
years.
play for the Devils,
Let
but
it
I'm
go.
only here to get the paycheck.
Yeah.
I've won 3 cups with you guys. I'm good.
Remember that time I won 3 cups? Yeah. I'm still collecting that $5 million a year.
Woo, woo, woo. And Ryan Clough might have to retire because of head trauma. Because one of you guys were saying earlier.
Yeah, he's had like serious concussion problems throughout his career, and like they told him, I don't know if it was this year or at the end of last year, it's like if you try playing one more time, like you could die. And he was like, no, we're gonna give her one more go. And then like it happened, he's like,
I
"Hey,
play for the Devils,
Yeah.
okay? We need this.
they need me. Yeah, and then so yeah, he's done. I
Remember
can't
when
see
he had
that.
the option?
surprised.
Did he play for the Rangers or no?
He did.
Yeah.
He had
Oh!
deadline. He got traded there.
Yeah, and then I remember like there was a big free agent signings are terrible, but it's like there's some like he had the pick of the litter and he picked the Devils.
I think a lot of people waited on him. He was like the garbage pickup.
I think it
spender.
was the year
was
after
he?
they went to
Okay,
the final,
I'm
though.
mistaken.
Yeah.
Like I think it was the year they lost the cup final.
Oh, okay.
Because I was So I mean,
But he wasn't like a first day, July 1st. I think he was like a few days later, like, oh, here come the Devils. Picking
Here
up the
we
garbage.
go, baby. Oh yeah, and then I guess some other news here. The Leafs hire Jacques Lemaire as special assignment coach, and as Stefan calls it, he's joining the old boys club. What's
Yeah.
going on? Are they starting at Edmonton
I don't
2.0?
even know what they're doing. It's just the wiserhood there. They're just gonna sit there around the table.
Hey, yeah.
That's it.
I mean, remember that one time we got rid of Kessel? And then they all just
we signed all these great free agents,
yeah.
and one guy starts clapping.
God. Oh, they have so many contracts that are like,
Oh.
why? What are you
Yeah.
doing, guys? Last bit of NHL news before we jump into the division breakdowns and whatnot. Brooks announces the greatest news he'll ever hear, unless he wins a cup. He got engaged to Julianne Hough.
Who's Julianne Hough?
Dancing with the Stars?
she was in
Julianne
some
Hough?
really.
Google her.
She
I'm
was
telling
in
you.
some really big chick movie.
It's worth your time to Google Julianne Hough. Thanks, Brooks. You're
Is
awesome.
she gonna be like? Is there like nudies or something?
No,
Or
not
no.
nudies.
Is it gonna be like a dick pic that pops up?
No.
No, she.
You're always
no.
2 clicks away from black pics.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I watched it this weekend.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
great,
Good luck, dude.
I like when she Googles Morgan Freeman's lawyer, and it's like, did you mean big black dicks?
Spoiler alert, we're talking about Ted 2. Or 9/11! Robin Williams in 9/11. Dude, I'm feeding a goal.
I still love the part when they find the marijuana field and they put the Jurassic Park music.
Or,
Oh.
yeah, go back to Star Trek. Oh, dude, I'm sorry you have to deal with that. Yeah. me
Sweet
too.
Caroline. Ba ba ba. Fuck.
Damn it! Okay, we stop. Spoiler alert. We're gonna call the podcast Spoiler Alert. Is what we're gonna do.
That movie was
See?
hilarious.
Where's she in? I've seen her before.
Dancing with the
She's in
Stars.
some really
Well,
big
she's
chick
in,
movie.
Proactive commercials.
Is that
Hi,
what it is?
I'm Julianne Hough. You may remember me from Dancing with the Stars when I looked disgustingly horrible. But now I have Proactive. I'm like, no, you were pretty good looking before,
Is
lady.
that what she actually says?
Oh, she was in Harry Potter.
No, that's not how you sell it. She was in Harry Potter?
Yeah.
No, wait. What?
Yeah.
Was
Who's
she
she
a
in Harry
professor?
Potter?
I'd like to go to the stacks of the gap, Professor. Are you big?
She appeared in an uncredited role as Hogwarts schoolgirl.
You'd read her books if you know what I mean.
She could. Okay.
Burlesque. She was
Keep
in
me
with
after
Cher and Christina Aguilera.
I'd like to read her index. Oh yeah, baby.
She was in the remake of Footloose.
Oh yeah, with Kevin Bacon in that one too.
No.
Did you hear about? Isn't there a thing about Kevin Bacon? Like he'll specifically go up to a DJ, like if he goes to a bar or club or something, and like they like, I'll pay you like X amount of money. Do not play Footloose. Because so many people would be like,
Footloose!
Come on!
Your jam!
That's like when if you go to karaoke here in Winnipeg or South End, it's called Limelight. If you go to Limelight, there's only been 1 or 2 times I've been to Limelight where someone didn't sing Journey. Have you ever... Drunk people love Journey.
It is
Journey, when
It's
you're
true.
a stone sober person, worst time of your life. Just like, wanna say try! You done a midnight train, do midnight train, am I right? Yeah, midnight. He just barely made it.
Why didn't he take a train earlier? Yeah.
Yeah, like...
You could be the one Asian guy that always sings Sum 41. Whenever I
Dan
go to
has,
karaoke.
do
Every
you-
time.
Is it the same Asian guy?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah?
They have regulars there.
Yeah.
Some guy sings Metallica like extremely well. It's amazing. You
So,
know
like,
him?
if Kirk Hammett went down in a Metallica show here, he's your dude?
James
He's
Hetfield.
calling them a run?
Yeah.
Who?
James Hetfield's a singer.
Who's Kirk Hammett then?
Guitar player.
Oh, whew. At least I named one of them. I'm like, did I just
You're
name
right. Right band.
Right
He
band.
does a little bit of singing, doesn't he? He yells.
I don't know if he does. He probably yells something.
You know what I found out this weekend? Whiskey in a Jar is not a Metallica song.
It's a cover.
And it's a cover because I was listening to like Thin Lizzy's greatest hits. You know, tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in this town.
How did you get into this?
What, listening to Thin Lizzy?
Yeah,
Because my friend moved into a house and he doesn't have a TV in his living room right now, so his roommate had a sound system, so he put up a sound system, but it only plays CDs because the auxiliary cord's broken. And he went into his old CD box, and the first CD we saw was Prozac, and we're like, hell yeah.
Oh,
so we
absolutely.
spun that for a little bit, and then we're like, okay, that's enough. A little frustration. Da, da. And then we went and found Smashing Pumpkins. No, not Smashing Pumpkins. Another band. And-
Chumbawamba?
No, S Club.
Oh,
S
okay.
Club. He's a
God.
dude, and he had it. But anyways, ain't nobody like gonna show you how. Hey, yeah. Doesn't matter. Anyways, yeah, you guys are.
Yeah, I
blessed.
was like, finally, my kind of house party.
yeah, dancing a little with a lollipop. Here, call this phone. That one.
That one was fucking hilarious. I will say
More
that.
Ted 2, worth your time for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Like, I might even buy it. That's how good it is.
It was funnier than the first one.
It was
Honestly?
definitely on par.
I think that the first one had a better storyline.
Yeah.
But there's
But
so
they're
many more
both-
one-liners.
Yeah.
The second one had better laughs.
Yeah.
How about after this, you go for a drink? No, not this. I mean you and me. When he's holding like the semen cup.
All right. So
He's
anyway,
like, underneath. Oh, it's mine.
oh, that's a Regent one. Oh, you're like a Kardashian. Sorry. Back to kind of hockey, not really. And then we found Thin Lizzy, and we put Thin Lizzy in, and it was first song on the album was Whiskey in a Jar, and I was like, oh, Metallica's song. My friend's like, you're an idiot. First off, Thin Lizzy came out way before Metallica, and it's actually an original song from this guy way back in the day or this band. And I'm like, oh, fun facts.
There you go.
Yeah. So, what was I going to say? All right. Yeah. It was watch Ted 2. Thin Lizzy's awesome. How did we get on to Thin Lizzy before that?
Metallica.
Metallica. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're going to go into the division breakdown. We're waiting patiently on Greg. Always waiting on Greg.
Classic.
I'm just gonna phone him.
Yeah, you phone him. Let's do it. Let's see if I got any other random NHL news you heard this week?
The Leafs signed Devin Setaguchi to a
Don't
pro tryout.
stop premature signings.
Why did you know?
You're a monster. That's a segment. You steal my premature signings. Premature signing.
I don't know if there is any other ones.
I got signings if we're going to talk about signings.
Oh,
Hello.
It's upside down.
Oh,
Flip it upside
Daniel
down.
Briere retired.
No, stop. That's another segment. You're
We're
missing.
ruining
What do
it.
you mean? That's a, stop it.
same thing.
No, that's in
Oh
milestones.
my God.
When have we ever had a milestone?
You add
It's a
segments,
milestone.
don't tell anybody.
I've had it the whole
where is
time.
this?
Stop ruining
I
the
have
segments.
never heard milestones.
It's milestones because I don't say milestones. I say awesomeness. Fuck you guys.
You add segments,
That could
don't
be
tell
any-
anybody, and then
yeah.
when we say stuff, you're like, don't say it.
Yeah, no, I said NHL news. That's not news. That's signing.
It's news.
Damn.
No, Briere is not
Oh
a
my
signing.
Okay, we're gonna talk about Briere because I got a lot of
God.
sweet stats on sweet
Damn it.
Danny B. Welcome to the family fight, Greg. How's it going?
That was entertaining.
Cam's just taking this thing. I don't know.
I am Mussolini.
Oh,
This is my
There is
ship.
more news.
What's the more news? We're just talking about NHL news right now. We didn't start you right at the beginning, Greg.
Calgary unveiled new plans for an arena.
They did.
They did.
How big?
New arena.
Bigger than the MTS Center.
Is it flood?
Yeah, obviously.
Is it-
Yeah, what isn't?
Is it floodproof?
No.
That's so.
19
God
to
damn it.
20,000 seats is what it says.
19
For hockey, lacrosse, and special events.
Is it? Are they gonna keep the Saddle Dome?
I don't know. And they're gonna build.
Well, your
something-
mom's got to have a
It's
big
a-
enough
it's a
saddle
complex.
to ride on.
So there'll be like a
Ooh.
hockey rink and a football.
Nailed it.
Okay, you want to say that again, Stefan? Because Nowhere Land Boy just interrupted.
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
Hey, what are you eating this week, Greg?
I was eating a banana.
Oh, that's healthy.
Hey, was it an organic banana?
No, it's not an organic banana.
Like 3 times the price for those things.
Yeah, I know. I had to
And
buy
they're
5
not
organic
healthy.
bananas into Fino. $8.
Do you think I made him
$8.
money?
Why did you have to?
Do you think I made him
I
money?
wanted a banana.
You
We
realize
had to pay cash too.
You do know that that organic stuff is not healthier for you, right? It just means it's like grown organic.
Can I finally drink antifreeze? Because it looks delicious.
No one's stopping
I'll
you.
eat a salad if you guys like.
No, we don't want you eating
It's
on
like
this.
taco salad. It's like, it's like you're thinking healthy, but it's not.
Okay,
You had the right idea, but you kind of went down the wrong path.
let's hear about this Flames Arena before we
Yeah,
jump
okay,
into everything.
so the CEO, Ken King, introduced a plan to replace the Saddle Dome and McMahon Stadium. So that's the CFL stadium there
Yes.
as well. The complex is going to cost $890 million, and it's going to be paid $240 million from the Community Revitalization Levy. So imagine that's some sort of flood prevention. I don't know what that is.
No, it's like, Greg, what's a levy in like financial terms?
It's like a reservoir of money. It's a reserve.
It sounds like
So it's a flood of money.
It's flood money.
It's flood money. Is what
There
it
we
is.
go.
It's
See?
flood money.
God damn it.
You can't escape it.
$250 million of ticket tax, $200 million from the city, and to fund the $30,000 football stadium, and $200 from the Calgary Sports and Entertainment Corporation and the Flames ownership group. So the arena is going to hold 19,000 to 20,000 people. So I guess it's going to be like one area, like the football stadium and the...
Oh, kind of like the Seahawks. How like
Yeah.
all three are right in.
Yeah.
Or Phillies and lots of teams are doing it now. That's
It's-
awesome.
It's
I love
genius, right? So
Yeah.
get everything in one, bang it out. But
Yeah.
So that's the plan. I don't know. It doesn't really say when it plans to be built or anything like that. I knew about this beforehand. Like my friend's dad is very close with the organization.
Oh, right on.
And
Well, I
he's-
heard on Bettman, like, he goes there all the time, obviously, like in Calgary, every
Yeah.
team. And he said, like, apparently the last time we went there, he's like, yeah, it's kind of out of date. That's the nice way of saying it's a shithole.
It is.
Which I just want to say, I went on a tour there this past, like, 2 months ago. It was beautiful. Like, it's still,
But you can't see the other side of the rink.
you could see
If
the, what
top,
are you talking about?
If you're the top, you can't see the other side of the rink.
You can't see the other people. You
Yeah.
can see the, you can
The
see
other
the
side.
ice.
I want to see the people on the other side. I want to make eye contact with that guy. Like, hey, they scored, and you're just looking at the ceiling.
Really?
That,
Yeah, because it's like a saddle, right?
super
Oh.
valid point. Hey, Greg.
Really weird.
Yeah.
Shut your vibrate off on your phone. We can hear that too.
That's just a still.
Sorry, I just plugged my phone in just so it doesn't die.
How? Why are you so unprepared? What has Kenora done to you? What's Nowhere Land? How's that going?
Good. I'm hotel hopping for the rest of the week.
What do you mean hotel
Did you
hopping?
get kicked out?
Wait, are you chilling at the?
I'm not at a Holiday Inn.
Damn it! Oh, that's okay. Don't say where you are, but are you? Do you have two beds?
Hotel.
Are you
And
jumping
then
from bed to bed, or do you only have one single bed?
I have 2 beds. And
Ah.
I'm jumping bed to bed, Cam, like we discussed.
Excellent. I told him to jump bed to bed.
That's fair. It's a
We'd
given.
all do it.
You have to do it.
Do you have cable?
And what?
Do you have cable?
I do have cable.
Do you have? Can you rent like a channel? Remember when we were younger and it's like rent a brand new movie in your hotel room? Do you have that?
I think so, but I'm playing the show right now, so.
Great game.
What's the show?
MLB the show.
MLB baseball.
Oh, what year?
2014.
What team are you using?
14. You don't want to upgrade?
The Rockies.
Do you want to upgrade to 15, Greg? It's,
No. I don't need to.
feel like you do. it's
It's only
like
$70, man.
it's literally like $35, Greg. It's
Oh,
not that
cheap.
expensive, yeah.
I understand, but
He's balling on a budget, guys.
Yeah, apparently hotel hopping.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever tried room service?
no. I should, though.
Okay, let's get into it. They're tired of hearing. People are tired of hearing us talk to you about your hotel and your living
Are you
arrangement.
guys going to talk about the jersey thing?
We already did talk about jerseys.
Well, what the fuck?
Hey, language, sir. We cut you out of this.
Did you see Blake Wheeler's tweet about it?
We talked about that as well.
Not
Off air.
Not officially.
Cam talked
Actually,
about
you're
it
right.
off air, and
You're
he,
right.
like,
I had some nice words for
he,
Blake
he
Wheeler.
uttered death threats, I think.
No, I didn't. Do you have Blake Wheeler's tweet in front of you there?
I can get it. 1 second.
Okay.
He has to go in his pocket.
Okay.
Stick together.
So you guys already talked about it. You guys for? Or I guess everyone knows. I'll give you my take on it.
Okay.
I think it'd be great. I think whatever, this jersey deal doesn't really mean much unless they put advertisements on the jerseys. And I think I might be in the minority, but I will not buy a jersey if there's like Burger King, Carolina Hurricanes sponsored by Burger King, Sonic, and whatever else is in Carolina.
Hey, Greg, what
You
are
know
your
what?
thoughts on Checkers?
Great game, terrible food.
Really?
Have you had Checkers?
Not had Checkers.
How dare you put that slander
Dare
on
you.
Checkers?
It's great. I don't know
And
what
like
you're talking about.
sponsored by Jack
Hold
in the
on.
Box.
Here, I'm going to hit close to home. Toronto Maple Leafs, sponsored by 7-Eleven.
Oh.
That's two things you love together, Greg.
It would never happen because 7-Eleven doesn't exist in Ontario.
Fine, man. Winnipeg Jets, 7-Eleven. Now we're,
Do they
pl-
actually-
now
No,
we're playing at home.
I think 7-Eleven advertises though. They just know like they don't have to.
They're the OG gangsters
They
of
just
the
show-
advertising
They're like-
company. They don't need to.
No, everyone knows what they are.
Okay, so Blake Wheeler's tweet was, an NHL uniform is a sacred thing, and it's an honor to wear one. Putting corporate sponsors on the front would tarnish it. Don't do that.
I'm sure he'll do it if he wants that paycheck.
Well, at the end of the day, he doesn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
But I'm sure he's not the only player that is against it.
But he's okay. I get that. He specifically said NHL because he did play in Europe for like half a season, and there's logos all over the jersey that he wore. So it's like he's not against doing it. It just takes some time to get used to. It's going to be some growing pains, obviously.
I don't know why they're going this route. There's no other professional league that does it. Like of the big four. Sorry, there are professional leagues, but of the big four, there's nobody else that does it. So why is it that the NHL feels they have to do it? Because they're just they're one step closer from just turning from all sport into just, it's a business. These people are like, they don't care about the hockey. Like, that's what it's coming down to. It's like, there's no care for the hockey players. There's nobody that cares about them. And now we just want to soak them for as much money as we can and all this stuff. So it's really dehumanizing the sport, especially if they just revert to this idea.
Do you think it's the NHL's way of trying to compete financially with MLB, NBA, and NFL in the States?
How is that going to draw more fans? Not going to draw more
No,
fans.
Financially, because they're definitely number 4 sport. They might even be lower than that. If you add in like NASCAR and golf, I mean, if you want to throw those in
college
there,
ball.
you know, is this a way to make more money and compete in the States?
I know what you're saying, but really, you shouldn't be trying to make money. Like,
You shouldn't. It's a business, Greg.
I know. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't make money, but like,
Everyone's just going to enjoy hockey and it should not cost
Yeah.
anything.
This is why you don't own
It's
an NHL
entertainment.
franchise, Greg.
well, I would never own an NHL franchise and put a logo on my jersey. That's just.
But
not
if it
something I
meant
would-
if
you
it
wouldn't
meant
put
that
a- you
extra
wouldn't put a-
2 feet on your private yacht, I think you might do it.
Yeah.
If it meant getting the show 15 instead
Yeah.
of 14.
No, I don't know. I'm against all advertising thing. So
I actually
You know-
totally agree with you. I would not buy a jersey with an ad on it. I'd be very hard pressed to buy one with an ad.
I'm not so much against owners making money, but I just think there's other ways to go about it. And you should look, if you want to grow the sport and you want to make more money, you have to do creative ways. Don't just tarnish a jersey like that. That's my personal opinion on it.
Are you going to buy a
So,
Moose jersey though?
Um,
Because Moose are going to have sponsors on their jerseys. They've been doing it for years. AHL, sorry. And Bombers. Bombers have jerseys too. Canadiens patches and all that jazz.
That's true.
Which is weird. 'cause
Yeah,
it's not
I
even
heard-
like they're are they really sponsored? Right now?
Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead, Greg.
the old Moose were sponsored by Toyota, and they always carried a Toyota patch on their jerseys.
Yeah, so that's not. It
No,
wasn't
no, like that
awful.
wasn't crazy.
it's a
Yeah, like,
patch.
if it's a patch like that, what's wrong with that? Right?
See, that to me is okay, but
Well, I don't think they're
You're
going
not gonna like put it over top of the logo, like the Jets
Winnipeg
logo.
Jets, Samsung.
It's gonna
where's
be
the
more.
line? Where do you draw the line in the sand and say, you know what, like this is fine, but
Well, first off, if we're asking where's the line, we're going to need Billy Talent here. No, but seriously, that was terrible. Where is the line? Where is the line between to be yourself is not a crime? I just want to say I've sang about 5 songs this podcast right off.
And like half of them have been Billy Talent songs.
Yeah, that's true. I think it'll totally be the shoulder pad, like the just on the front a little
Yeah.
bit, maybe a little on the back.
Maybe
for
that-
sure underneath the numbers.
Yeah.
For sure underneath the numbers.
But I'm okay if we have like one patch on like the shoulder, that or on the chest. But it becomes a line of where do you draw it? Is it okay? Because we're just going to get to the point where we're going to have sock ads, we're going to have helmet ads, we're going to have ads everywhere. And is that what you want for the face of the NHL? I don't know. Like I don't want to market a brand opposed to a player because a team's going to be associated with a brand instead of a team being associated with whatever else, you know. And if you look at how NHL teams are associated now, they're associated by their fan bases, and if the way that you're going to get recognized in the future is, oh, that team's sponsored by Bell, or oh, that team's sponsored by whatever's big in the States, Verizon Wireless or whatever, you know.
True, I guess. Because, okay, Greg raised a great point of that team will be associated by that brand because I watch soccer. I'm a big Chelsea fan. And I bought a Chelsea jersey. And the only reason, like, one of the main reasons I bought a Samsung TV, legit, was because it came down to Samsung and Sony. And in my head, I'm like, well, Chelsea has Samsung. I have to buy Samsung. And I bought Samsung. Like, that's the main reason I got Samsung.
That
over
is
Sony.
why ads exist, because that is exactly what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm okay. I like corporate America. I'm okay with it. Like, I'm totally okay with
You're
it.
okay
Like,
with the man?
I'm okay with the man. 100%. 100.
Me and him get along pretty well. Yeah.
You and the man?
Yeah.
Yeah, me
No
too.
issues, man, yeah.
The man treats you well if you...
Okay, but yeah, okay, even look at the shirt I'm wearing, like Winnipeg Jets hockey, Reebok. Like, it's subtle, but it's not the main thing.
Yeah.
So I think I'm okay with subtleness, but I definitely see where you're coming from, Greg, with like where's the line. Obviously, it's not going to be like, oh, today's NHL jerseys and tomorrow Euro Elite League jerseys, where it's like, what team are you? I don't think it's going to be like that.
So,
And I think you're right in that sense that it's not going to be that way. But
But will
I
it
don't know.
eventually make it that way? Maybe. That's what we're discussing right now. So I don't know. It'll be an interesting topic to find out.
So is Adidas going to own socks too? Are they going to do socks?
Oh, I don't know. It didn't say anything about. I didn't look into it about that. That's a good one. Because socks
But
are big.
Our Reebok as well right now, right?
Oh, it'll be Adidas then.
It'll be
Yeah.
Adidas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, why'd they have two companies? That'd be weird.
I don't know.
That'll
I was
be
just
where the
curious.
three stripes come in. I bet you the three stripes will be on the back of the socks.
You think so? Because, yeah, new socks have
If
just,
they
like-
even do the three stripes, or maybe they'll just put the Adidas three stripes logo like on the front.
Yeah.
You don't even notice Reebok. Are Reebok even on the socks? I don't think they are.
They're not. No, usually I think the jerseys. You're not gonna put ads in the socks because it's
Maybe
not,
they'll do the three stripes right at the back, because you know some teams like the Flames have like it's not all the way around, and then like the stripe, and then it folds in at the back.
Yeah.
It's a stripe down the back of the leg, like it's just subtle of like in the same color. I don't know. Yeah, Greg. So what team do you got for the division breakdown, Greg?
Are we going right into that, or do
Let's-
you want to talk about Danny Briere?
Talk about what?
Danny Briere.
Danny Briere.
No, we're not talking about that. I got a big segment saved for that,
We already ruined it for Cam.
and you will not be ruining it anymore.
They have a big segment saved for like a third line bum.
That's hilarious, Greg. That's hilarious, and I will not fall into your traps. Begin the division breakdown.
I was very happy when Danny Briere signed with Colorado. I thought he would help, but apparently he didn't.
He didn't sign there.
He got traded.
Let me get my piece of paper here.
He got traded, Greg. You're a liar.
I'm doing.
You can't ignore the
Greg,
truth.
what kind of Colorado fan are you?
Yeah, Danny
What do you
Briere.
mean?
He got traded there. He didn't sign there.
Same thing.
No.
No, not
He
the
didn't have
same.
a choice.
It's quite different.
He was obligated to go there. Under no circumstance did he want to be there.
And I just want to say they only brought in Danny Briere because they were questioning Matt Duchene's leadership and skill on the ice.
Wasn't it something to do with Steve Downey sleeping with Semyon Varlamov's wife?
I don't know what you're talking
Where
about,
does
and
Steve
where
Downey
these
come from?
allegations allegedly are coming out of
Semyon
the
Varlamov
air.
beat the crap out of his wife, didn't he?
Yeah, but the
What?
reason being was because allegedly
Oh.
Steve Downey had slept with said wife. This is all alleged.
But
That's
Steve,
one thing that's left the podcast
but
is
Steve
all
Downey has nothing to
allegedness.
do with Danny Briere. It was PA Parento for Danny Briere.
Yeah, Steve Downing got shipped to Boston for Max Talbot. Or with Max Talbot? No, he
No.
didn't.
No, he didn't. He
To
went to
Philly.
Pittsburgh.
No, Pittsburgh. Yeah, for Talbot.
Okay.
Can we go to the breakdown? This is
We're falling apart.
Clearly, I'm misinformed. Thank God I have you guys here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the great team of the Arizona Coyotes.
And that is where the division breakdown ends. Thanks for calling, Greg. See you later. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay.
We take the
So
word
in for the
breakdown
team,
literally.
They got Antoine Vermette back. They got good old Chris Pronger back, in from a trade.
That's a big
No,
get.
no,
He's going to want some big minutes.
what?
He's going to want some big minutes there, Chris Pronger.
Between that and, NHL discipline.
Can he dunk on his own
And they
team?
also got Anders Lindback.
They got Lindak?
Interesting.
Signed him.
Yeah, he's there now.
They love 6'6" goalies.
Is Mike Smith 6'6"?
He's a 6'4".
Mike Smith and Anders Lindback is their top
They
goalies.
had Dubik last
Wait,
year.
hold
If
on.
you can't be good, you might
What
as well
number
be
is
tall.
Lindback? I think they both were 41.
No, Lindback's 39.
Oh, 39. Dang it.
Okay. Out. Don't know. Anything I looked at just didn't. You look at Arizona Coyotes. It's a pit. Literally, you look up Arizona Coyotes transactions. The first article is "Save the Coyotes" or "Coyotes shouldn't be an NHL team." There's
Maybe it
not
was
many
written by that lady who you retweeted that one time. Where are they going to play? Where are they going to be?
Okay. So kind of their top prospects.
There's one
I didn't know.
one guy they did get rid of was Sam Gagner.
Yeah, oh, you're right. They did get rid of Sam Gagner. He is now on the Philadelphia
The
Flyers.
filthy Philadelphia Flyers, baby. You know you've hit rock bottom when Arizona wants to get rid of you. I'm so sorry, Sammy. I'm so sorry.
So their rookies are their prospects. I don't know if I consider Anthony Duclair a prospect, but
Counts.
he's
It
there.
counts. He's never played for them.
I would consider it.
He's never played for them, so he counts.
Yes.
member of 2015's Canada's World Junior Gold Medal team. Another former and fellow teammate Dylan Strome, also on that team. Another fellow on that team, Max Domi. And
What do we got? Fellowship with a ring going on over there? What are you talking about? Another fellow?
You missed a couple of signings, Greg.
and they also have Brendan Perlini, which was the guy that I fell in love with
Yeah, because you know why Greg fell in love with Perlini? Because they're right up NHL player comparison, Blake Wheeler.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, oh, we need him. We need another one.
Got a big signing by the Coyotes, Greg.
What was the big signing by the Coyotes?
He's
Didn't they get
He's 6'8".
6'8"?
Who's the player that's 6'8" in the league?
Tyler Myers.
They know.
No, why would Zdeno Chara clearly not signed in Arizona?
I know, but I don't know who you're talking about.
He's been chopped at a few times by Phil Kessel. Had a little
Yeah.
John Scott.
Yeah, John Scott,
John
buddy!
Scott is with
Yeah, because he's gonna fill the seats in Arizona.
some.
Well, yeah, he's going
People
to
will
throw
go to
the
see him
dead
beat
corpses
the
that he
crap
beats.
out of- Yeah.
Throw him in. Hey, we hit 5,000 today.
Before the game, they're like, John, we need 7,500.
Just grab as many as you
75.
can. And Nikki Grossman, you forgot as well. Sorry.
Oh yes, that was also from. You know what? Okay, internet connection sucked out here. I have no excuses for my.
We told you, send out the fish flies. They'll do your work for you. Hey, we need a chip truck report. Did you try the one down the street now? Have you tried new chip truck?
I've only no.
Can you diversify your taste palette?
No, I'm trying to get healthier now.
Yeah, chip trucks are healthy. They have
Why?
salad somewhere in there. Potato, maybe.
There's some veggies.
There's nutrients somewhere in their food.
The reason why is because it took me 2 attempts to get up from bed the other day, and I'm like, I am getting too fast. So, time to eat salads, bananas.
You needed 2 attempts to get out of bed?
2 attempts.
What was the feeling like? Like the feeling of defeat after you couldn't get up the first time?
What was the moment you're like, this is gonna happen? This is just not happening.
Just walk us through those emotions, will ya?
Cam,
Did you wake up in the morning? Did you wake up in the morning feeling like P Diddy? Except P Diddy quit at life, or? So no emotions?
what?
No emotions for how to describe how you got out of bed, or took two attempts?
I told you, being a Leaf fan my entire life prepared me for that moment. So I, sucked up all my pride and just did it.
Did you actually, I bet you didn't even get up out of bed. You just threw your body out of it,
Just
rolled off the
flailed.
bed. You flailed off.
Yeah.
The 4 counts, right? That's not a bed.
Yeah, I suck at this game.
All right, Greg, we're gonna leave you. We got to clean up this division breakdown.
Can I stay on the line or no?
Yeah, sure, I guess.
If Cam wants to look up the prospect list I have on my phone on his, then sure.
You're a monster. Oh, yeah, here.
Because I was prepared today, totally.
Which one?
What are you doing?
Holy smokers!
Kings and
We've been talking for a while. Sorry, I'm recording on this new apparatus. We're at 53 minutes.
Really?
We talked about a lot of shenanigans.
We did. All right, we got to rapid fire the division. I'll do Flames first.
You can just use this if you want to. Just click.
Okay, I'll rapid fire the Flames. Flames player changes out. None off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are some.
Setaguchi.
Oh, out?
He was playing in the...
Okay. Devin Setaguchi in. Dougie Hamilton, Michael Frolik. Personnel changes. None that jumped out at me. Top prospects. John Gillies, he's a goalie. He's 6'5", 215. Morgan Klimchuk, left wing, 6 feet, 185. And Emile Poirier, left wing, 6'1", 183. What was their record last year? 45, 30, and 7 for 97 points. 3rd in the Pacific, 8th in the West, and 16th in the NHL. The Ed Money Oilers, as I like to call them, player changes out. Victor Fass, Matt Frazier, Richard Bachman, Boyd Gordon, Martin Marinson, and there was another guy, Trevor Uwaniak. I can't pronounce his name. In. Cam Talbot, Anders Nielsen, Andre Sekera, Eric Greiba. Personnel changes out. Kevin Lowe had a reassignment, so he's no longer the GM, but he's still.
He wasn't anyway. It was Craig McTavish.
Oh no, Kevin Lowe's got to go though.
He was the president.
Sorry, Kevin Lowe had a reassignment of fuck you guys. Thank you.
Yes.
Mac T and Todd Nelson was the old coach, I believe. Yeah, and in is Peter Chiarelli, Todd McClellan, Bob Nicholson, carrying over from last year. Jay Woodcroft, Jim Johnson, Ian Herbers, Dustin Schwartz. Those are all coaches, like goalie coaches, assistant coaches, associate coaches. Top prospects. Oh, let me start off with the big heavy hitter. Laurent Boissat. He's a goalie, 6'3", 202. Played for OKC Barons last year. The second best prospect they have in their system is Darnell Nurse. He's a defenseman, 6'4", 205. He played for Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, OHL. And their third best prospect is, hold on, let me check here. Oh, yeah. Who's that guy they drafted last year? Leon Draisaitl. He's pretty good.
Are we not doing Connor McDavid?
Obviously, he's number one. Connor McDavid, center, 6'1", 195. Stefan was looking at me like, are you yeah, their record was 24, 44, and 14 for 62 points.
That's
just
go.
a
You won
sizzling.
24 games. That must be the worst feeling. Like a quarter, you won barely over a quarter of your games. That sucks.
For 6th in the division, 13th in the West, and 28th in the NHL. Stefan, who you got?
I got the Sharks. Personnel changes incoming. They have Peter DeBoer as a coach. They signed Joel Ward. They traded for Martin Jones, and they signed Paul Martin. Outgoing, they lost Scott Hennon, John Scott.
No.
I know, and Antti Niemi. And also they fired Todd McClellan, who is the head coach now in Edmonton. Their top three prospects. First one is Timo Meier, the first round pick they had. 9th overall this year from Halifax. Played with Nikolai Ehlers. Looks pretty good. Last time they drafted in the top 10, they picked, anyone guess?
Patrick Marleau.
Logan Couture?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
They're supposed to be similar, some comparisons there. So their second prospect would be Mirko Mueller. He was drafted in the first round, 18th overall in 2013. He's a D-man. Played a bit with them this year. Kind of had some rough stretches, but also some good stretches. Should be a pretty solid puck-moving D-man. And their third prospect is Nikolai Goldobin. He was drafted last year in the first round, 27th overall. He played in Finland for the majority of the year, and then ended at Worcester, their AHL affiliate.
Right on.
And then the second team I have is the Anaheim Ducks. Incoming, they actually just signed Carl Hagelund. They traded Emerson Edom for him. He got a
4-year, $4 million.
Yeah,
16,
so-
yeah.
I don't know if I like that signing all that much. His maximum points I looked at was 38 points.
That's
$4 million for
Third liner.
that's a lot of
Third
money.
liner.
He's dumb. There's talent there, but I don't know if he has it. I'm not sold on them. They also signed Sean Horkoff, Chris Stewart. They signed Mike Santorelli today.
Yep.
For 1 year, $900K, I think it
Yeah,
is.
roughly, I think.
Yeah.
Just under.
They traded for Kevin Bieksa, and they also traded for what's his first name? Hudobin.
Anton
Hudobin. So to get Hudobin, they ended up trading away James Wisniewski, who really didn't do much for them last year. Their first prospect was Shea Theodore. He's a D-man. He played in the Dub last year. He was the first round, 26th overall pick in 2013. He's pretty solid. He puts up a ton of numbers.
He is the guy in Seattle, I think?
Yeah, he's a machine. I think he scored almost 30 goals or something like that as a D-man.
They have no.
Retarded. He's
That's a lie. Seattle had Matt Barzal as well.
but he was hurt for most of the year. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so
I remember that. Okay.
number 2 prospect is their pick last year at 10th overall, Nick Ritchie. His older brother Brett is a prospect for Dallas. Pretty big body, power forward kind of thing. I don't know if they'll probably sit in the minors this year in the AHL, learn a little bit of the ropes. And their third prospect is kind of up in the air. I chose Stefan Nosen. He was part of the trade for Bobby Ryan. He was originally drafted in the first round back in the day by the Ottawa Senators. He's a winger. So, yeah. Dan?
All right. My prospect is not going to be very in-depth, I'll tell you that right now.
That's okay.
LA Kings. Some interesting moves in Milan Lucic and Jonas Enroth, which I didn't even know they had signed, until I did this report, but it makes sense because they need a backup goalie. Out, Martin Jones, Justin Williams, Jared Stoll, and Mike Richards with a question mark because we don't really know what's going on there.
And I guess Voinov too, kind of.
Yeah,
maybe?
that's another question
Yeah.
mark. He'll be
Yeah,
back though. I think.
okay.
So those some veterans are gone, but they have some young guys that are ready to step up and take over. So in terms of prospects, top 3 prospects, Adrian Kemp, he is a right winger. I don't know if you know anything about him at all.
He's a first round pick, I do believe,
He
last year.
yeah, he was first round pick last year.
Nick Shore, he's a centerman because they really need more of those.
Development program, I believe he came out of.
He was
Yeah.
out of Denver. His brother, they all played there.
And Valentin Zykov, who, great name.
Big get.
Fantastic.
Big
Great
get.
name. Last year they finished 40, 27, and 15 for 95 points, 4th in the Pacific, and they did not make the playoffs. First Stanley Cup champion did not make the playoffs since Carolina Hurricanes in the following year.
Ed Money, maybe?
No, champions.
Oh, then yeah, gotta be.
Since 06.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, they could easily be back there next year. So.
Yeah.
Moving on, Vancouver Canucks. In Matt Barkowski from Boston, Brandon Prust and Brandon Sutter. A couple of trades they made. Out Eddie Lack. He went to Carolina. I don't know. Was that a trade?
Yeah, it was a second round pick only.
Yeah,
Or
that
no,
was-
third. It was a third or something.
Zach Cassian, he was in the Brandon Prust trade. He went to Montreal. Nick Bonino went to Pittsburgh for Brandon Sutter, and Kevin Bieksa went to Anaheim. So some big pieces gone and some questionable pieces brought in, and at least in my perspective. Top prospects, Jake Virtanen, he's a right winger. He's probably their highest touted prospect. He played some time with them last year, I think, didn't he?
Jake Virtanen?
Yeah.
No.
No, he had
No?
a busted shoulder. He
Yeah.
didn't play at all last year.
And then he just came back for World Juniors, and he very tenacious. Lots of
And then
tenacity.
Jared McCann, he's a centerman. And then we have Thatcher Demko,
Oh,
who was a
goalie.
goalie.
Yeah.
So, interesting prospects. Last year they were 48, 29, and 5 for 101 points. Second in the Pacific. They lost in the first round in 6 games to the Calgary Flames,
To the mighty
which
Flames.
was considered an upset, I think, by a lot of people. But they were not the better team in that series by far.
I think they went into that series thinking that they already had it in the bag.
They had beaten Calgary pretty bad in the season, had they not? Like, they had pretty well dominated them, I think.
I believe so.
So
yeah.
they're like,
they
"Ah."
had the season series. Most certainly, I think. But we do have keyboard warriors who can confirm or deny that.
I can look it up, yeah.
Let's look it up right now. All right. So where do we think, all of us, and Greg, you included, where do we think what's going to happen? The standings. Who's going to? Let's go bottom to top.
Go first, Greg.
I'm here.
Well,
Guess the standings.
while Greg is, I'll go.
Okay,
So
Dan's going to go first.
Bottom to top?
Yeah.
7th, I have the Arizona Coyotes. I think that's a pretty easy choice. 6th, I have Vancouver. I think they took a couple steps backward this year. They were not a power. I know they got 101 points last year, but I watched them play in the playoffs, and I watched them play against the Jets down the stretch a couple times, and they didn't look like a powerhouse team to me, personally. 5, I've got Edmonton. I think they'll be better than the basement, but I don't think they're going to quite get to that playoff plateau yet. 4th, I have Calgary. They have a young team. They really didn't, if anything, they improved. So, I mean, sky's the limit for them still, I think. 3, I have the Sharks. I like what they did. They improved. I think they'll get back to the playoffs. Kings, I think, will be back there, number 2. And for me, Anaheim is too good to not be anywhere but top of that division next year.
Is it the bathroom?
Greg, are you okay?
You okay, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, go. What is your breakdown?
Shit.
Standings, go.
First of all, compliment you guys on your speed and quickness of actually getting to the point with all your projections. Okay, so my projections are: I have Arizona finishing 7th, San Jose finishing 6th, Vancouver finishing 5th, Edmonton finishing 4th, Calgary finishing 3rd. LA finishing 3rd, Calgary finishing 2nd, Anaheim finishing 1st. Rationale for San Jose being near the bottom, I still feel there's a huge conflict there within their locker room. I think Joe Thornton's more of a distraction than he is a compliment to the team at this point in time, so it's going to be an ongoing fight all year between the two of them. Other than that, I don't think Vancouver improved. I think Edmonton's done strides to improve. However, I think both wildcard teams will come from the Central Division because this division isn't the strongest. I don't think it's got a lot of teams, not a lot of superior teams. I think LA took a step back, and especially they're going to be in trouble with the Mike Richards situation if his contract actually gets put back on the books.
All right, excellent. Stefan, let us know.
Top to bottom or bottom to top?
Top to bottom. Bottom to top.
Bomb the pop.
Bottom to pop.
There we go.
Guys, do you guys smell burnt toast?
Oh boy.
So bottom, I have the Coyotes. Again, they just suck. There's just nothing else to say about
Sorry
them.
for anyone that's in Arizona
Yeah,
fan listening to this.
that girl who Craig retweeted, if you do listen, they suck. I'm
Your
sorry.
team's pretty bad.
I wouldn't want them at all. If they're a relocation, I'd be like, no, you just keep.
No, thank you.
Remember back in the day, everyone's like, why did we get the Thrashers? The Coyotes are a good team. And then now everyone's like, okay, I see.
I get it.
I see.
I get it, yeah. And then after the Coyotes, I have the Canucks. Then I have the Oilers, Flames, Sharks, Kings, and Ducks.
We had samesies.
Yeah.
Nice. Coming aboard one of your lists for now, just to go off of it. I have Coyotes, Canucks, Sharks, Oilers, Kings, Flames, Ducks.
Homer.
Not a
You're
homer.
Oh,
This
You're
is-
a homer.
I'm gonna say something here, and I'm going on record because I've gone on record twice saying this. I fully expect Edmonton to have a points bonus, like extra on top of last year, 25 to 30 extra points this year.
No, we're talking about Calgary.
No.
Homer.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
saying
I'm a homer.
second or
They're
home
better than all of the
second.
other teams.
They're better
I
than
don't
the
They
know
Kings.
that.
got Dougie Hamilton and Michael Frolik significant, and no one else left.
Okay, here's the thing. Everyone
They're
thinks
cool.
Michael Frolik's like this savior. He's an average second-line hockey player.
They
Yes,
will not win
and they-
as many games in the third period as they did last year. That's like they were.
I know because they're winning in the first.
No, they
because
won't.
they're superstars. No
They're-
matter where they are.
Analytics shows that they're gonna not do it. They're gonna be the team that
Hey,
sucks.
Stefan,
You have
I
to
believe
keep
in
it-
art.
You have to
okay?
keep in mind, too,
You
though.
believe in that.
Hibbity-jibbity.
You have to keep in mind, too.
Pop, pudding pop.
You have to keep
And
in
I
mind-
believe in art.
Whoa, is that where we're going now? Wow.
No.
Well then, put my drink away from you.
You have to keep in mind too. Their possession stats last year were terrible, and they were the last place team in the playoffs, even though they were a division team.
Yeah, no, they are gonna be the Colorado Avalanche this year.
No.
Yes,
No. You guys are lying to yourself and
Statistics
you
say
know
they
it.
could be.
They
You
have-
guys are filthy liars.
they can't
There's
withstand
too many-
that. There's no way.
There's
They
to-
can't withstand that?
No.
They can't.
They'll
There's
stain
you know
that
what?
division is
There's
what they're
too
gonna
many
do.
bad teams in that division
Underwear.
for them to be
Yeah.
bottom.
the underwear of the fucking division. Poop stain of the division.
There's too many bad teams for them to
Freaky.
be bottom, but I don't think they'll be top
Well,
three.
I stand by it. All right. Well, we have a couple more things to say. You guys, buckle up. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it?
Danny
B.
Briere retired.
Danny
We know.
Briere,
We know.
milestone time.
We know.
Who?
Who was he drafted by?
Phoenix, Winnipeg. Phoenix.
Winnipeg.
Oh, Winnipeg.
These
There's
are last ever first
Very
first
cool.
round pick. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there you go. That's a fun fact that you'll add on to this amazing Danny Briere minute of awesome. Buckle up, everybody. Here we go. Danny Briere announces his retirement. He at 37 years old. He's played 17 years in the NHL. They call him Mr. Playoff. Why is that, Cam? Let me tell you. He had played 124 games in the playoffs, 53 goals, 63 assists for 116 points. Point per game average of 0.93. In the regular season, he played 973 games, played 307 goals, 389 assists for 696 points, which gives him a point percentage of 0.71. And Flyers will honor him on October 27th versus Sabres. He played 6 seasons with the Flyers from 2007 to 2013. He played 364 games he played 364 games, 124 goals, 159 assists for 283 points in the playoffs with the Flyers. He had 62 games played, 36 goals, 32 assists for 68 points. Second in franchise with 9 game-winning goals in the playoffs. And because he had an average of 1.1 points per game in the playoffs, he makes him one of 5 players with an average of above 1 point a game. Can you name any of the other 4 players?
With the Flyers, or is it just
Specifically the Flyers.
specifically the Flyers?
With it-
I would go Bobby Clark would be one.
False.
Really?
No. I will say if you get it, and I'll say
Eric
the stat.
Lindros has got to be one.
Correct.
Leclerc.
Lindros, 50 games played, 1.14. Leclerc's not on that
Mark
list.
Recchi.
Not on that list.
Rob Brindamore.
Not on the
Are
list.
they older players?
Nope. You should be able to get.
Claude Giroux.
Giroux. 57 games played.
Yeah, how many? What's the minimum games played here?
Not a minimum.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
horseshit
come
statement.
on.
Hey,
That's a
no,
horseshit
it
statement.
isn't. It is not. There's only 5 guys on this list.
You know that's like
Yeah,
one guy
but
played
someone's-
one game and had 1 point.
Hey, the smallest guy is 6.
This is a horseshit. Warncheck, is he one of them?
No.
It hasn't made the playoffs since he's been there, has he?
He made playoff once with
Simmons.
him. No. Okay, I'll name him. Peter Forsberg, 1.33.
Okay.
6
Holy
games
shit.
played.
Only
Oh,
6 games.
come.
though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
only. Yeah. And then it's Ken Linsman, 1.29 for 41 games played. Lindros, 1.14, 50 games played. And Giroux, 1.07 with 57 games played. That is not a horseshit statement. There's only 5 guys on this list.
That's
Anyway,
a poor state.
That
That
is-
sucks.
there's a poor statement.
Yes.
That shows the depth of their franchise. It's like when they do great, it's very fast, very short time. It's like, we win, we're gone forever. We win, we're gone forever. Success, no mas. Turn the lights off, we're
Was there
going
a-
home.
Was there a Jet that had 4 points in the playoffs this year? 'Cause he's won a game.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Do you know how many points he had in the cup run when they went to the finals?
28.
No.
No, 22.
No.
23?
30.
He had 30?
He was 1
I thought
point.
it was 28.
He's 1 point away from
Yeah.
from Wayne Gretzky's record for most points in the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah, he was 1 point away.
Did
And
you
he
see
did get
half
the
of those
contract?
assists, though?
They were
Thanks,
garbage.
Scotty Hartnell, for garbage goals. It's him shooting on net and Scotty Hartnell coming in! And he just, like, whaps it in the net. And just moving on to, like, the election, 2015 draft, Canada wins their 8th straight Ivan Holenka gold medal. Fun fact.
Don Cherry had a big tweet thing about it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's-
Don Cherry doesn't know how to tweet.
He
Don
does.
Cherry
He
writes
always puts the 1.
paragraphs.
When he puts 8, though, it always comes up as the confused face because he goes 8 and then the bar and it's like a smiley. It's like an emoticon, so it never actually comes up as 8.
Oh, it comes up as this.
I want to tweet him like Don. Like this needs to.
Don,
be
put a
fixed.
space in between it,
Yeah,
please.
there's-
I
Fix
think
this.
he's a lost cause.
This needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
It's over.
So you guys got any closing words? Greg?
How's your game going? Are you winning?
Who are you? You said the Rockies? Just because you wanted Tulo on the team?
Just because I wanted too low on the team. That's why I won't get an MLB 15.
No one had.
They
No
will
one
take
had
him
a
away
point
from
of him. Brian Little had 3 points in 4 games.
No, I'm eating
0.75.
Chinese food right now, watching Sports Center, so life is pretty damn good.
Excellent. All right, Stephen, closing words?
Not a whole lot. We're doing the Central next week?
We are doing the Central next week.
Central.
So Dan, I guess, gets the... Let's divvy it up right now.
Did we up?
We're live on air.
Live. Fuck
Dan?
it, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
do
doing it
right
live
now.
right now.
Let's do it.
All right.
3 hour podcast.
Well, Dan
Whatever.
can for sure get the Jets. I have some keyboard warriors after me these days. Greg, did you see the comments on YouTube? Might as well keep this in the podcast. That one person apparently loves me, and they keep asking who the person with the high voice is, and I think that's me out of all of us.
I'm too quiet.
What's it mean?
Oh, might not
Might
be
be.
you. Apparently they love me, and they don't know how to spell cam. It's C-A-M person.
M.
Yeah, it's C-A-M or K-A-M-M-M-M-M.
Cam-
Or C-A-M. Guys, who am I? Ken Hitchcock.
You're terrible.
All right.
Okay, who's doing who?
Well, I guess
I'll take whatever's left over because I got
Winnipeg.
Jets. I got Jets. So
Greg, you go. We'll let you pick.
I want Dallas.
And who?
I just want Dallas.
Okay, you get Dallas. You get take 2.
I'll take Nashville.
And?
I'll go Minnesota.
God, you bastard. Okay, I'll take Chicago and Colorado.
so I got
No, I should get... Wait, Greg, who did you take?
He just
No,
took,
I want Colorado.
he's only got one. He's only,
You only got one.
Right? He's only got one.
Okay, you get St. Louis.
No, he gets Dallas, and then
He wants
he'll
Dallas.
get St. Louis.
No. Okay,
Because
so who do I get?
You'll get Colorado,
Chicago and Colorado.
Chicago and Colorado. You'll get St. Louis and Winnipeg. I'll do Minnesota, Nashville, and Greg will do Dallas.
Perfect, and that's how we do business here at Last Minute Podcast. Thanks for listening. in.
Podcast.
Podcast. Greg, you send us home, baby. Send us home, Greg.
Thank you guys for listening to another week of Last Man In Podcast.
Long distance call, eh?
Check you guys out next week at some point. keep. Thanks for listening.
Greg, can you sound a little? Do it. I'm gonna let you do that one more time. A little more gumption and tenacity in that voice. Let us have it.
Be a
You're on
little
the radio.
scrappier.
You're
That was-
somebody.
That was a good Brian Burke impression, but we need to beef it up.
Okay, thanks so much for listening to. Ooh, look, the Calgary thing.
I hate you, Greg. You're the bane of my existence.
Thank you for listening to Last Man In Podcast, episode number 54. If you want to email us, check us out at lastmaninpc@gmail.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a comment below. We see them every time, and we'd love to acknowledge it on the air. And also, if you want to get in touch with us on the Twitter, it's at lastmaninpc on the Twitter. Thanks for listening. See you
Have a
next
good
week.
day, everybody.
Bye, Greg.
Bye.
Bye.